Session 239 Delete portion. Now, I did not resume the session for obvious reasons. Robert is not particularly pleased with what he knows I am about to say. But I am not held by the same social rules that hold him in this particular manner, and I know Philip perhaps better than he does. Now, we have fear and rage on the part of the girl, for despite the children she is yet a girl, and a very nice one. However, the relationship between her own parents has been destructive. The father has wanted domination, and to some extent has forced his wife into a position of dominance which she strongly resents. Because of this, she lashes out at her husband. I am speaking now, you understand, of the parents of Philip's wife. Now, the girl respects Philip, because he will not be dominated. On the other hand, the woman image that she understands, because of her mother, is a dominating woman image. To her, she feels as a female if she cannot hold him in line. At the same time, her personality is far different than her mother's and less focused. Also, she loves Philip, and would not consciously want to dominate him if she could. He senses this subconscious need of hers, however, to hold him, and resents it vigorously. She attempts to dominate him in her own way, and on a subconscious basis, and it is indeed by appealing to him through helplessness. At the same time, she does not want him to give in to her. She tries to dominate in more feminine ways. Her mother's domination had more masculine aspects. We will have more to say concerning this, and I hope some helpful comments after our other material. With the girl's background, it is natural enough that an independent male would both frighten and fascinate her. It was this way from the beginning of their relationship. What he does not understand is the rage that she is containing. There is considerable strength to it, and he should recognize this. She does not want to dominate him through feminine wiles, and yet subconsciously she feels driven to do so. She feels frightened by serious conversations, Philip, for she fears the unknown. She feels like a child when a parent says, "Now, we must discuss this seriously." Such a discussion frightens the status quo. The trivial conversations which you were all discussing would be helpful here, as reassurance. Your own ideas concerning various issues could be profitable insert when you are not emotionally upset over them. Your anger is interpreted simply as violence, and she fears it. Ideas expressed at such occasions will be strenuously fought by her. You must make an emotional bridge, for she will not understand an intellectual one. But the emotional bridge must not be of a violent nature. This is all you have achieved so far in that regard. She fears, for one thing, that you could run the house more efficiently than she can, and basically that you do not need her. She is not certain of her own merit, and achieves her self-approval through your auspices. She is not a partner, and you are indeed in difficulties. She can become a partner, however, but anger will only minimize her importance in her own eyes, and therefore in yours. One of the children is suffering to some extent psychologically because of the dilemma, and you are too much the autocrat with this child, a female. This is merely a question of relationships, where any thought of blame is meaningless. The situation can be salvaged. Now give us a moment again. Her father has been more destructive to her psychological health in some respects than her mother, for he gave her the image of males as weak. The strong male is therefore afraid, while he also represents security. There seems to be some situation arising particularly on Wednesdays that is important emotionally to her. I am not certain as to what this refers. She does not realize basically, subconsciously, her importance to you. If you can make her see this, you will be able to maintain that sense of independence that is important to you. If you cannot, she will be driven to snatch it away. If you cannot communicate important ideas, then you must communicate trivial ones. The big conversation in which you attempt to communicate your ideas only frightens her. The idea should be communicated when you are not emotionally upset. And you should not adopt the tone of a parent speaking to a child. Now, I am rather an old man to be speaking in such terms. However, in the main, you are doing two things wrong. You are treating her primarily as a woman rather than an individual person, but you are not treating her as a desirable woman rather than an individual person. If you treat her as a desirable woman, you will find a difference in your home atmosphere. If you cannot do this, then you must treat her primarily as an individual person. But if you treat her as a woman primarily, it must be as a desirable woman, or she will find no content as a woman or as an individual. And if you treat her as a desirable woman, she will become one. You are treating her as a wife and mother, primarily. With this particular individual, this is not adequate. She wants to be regarded as a desirable woman who happens to be your wife and a mother. She will be more content and pliable to reason if you can manage, regardless of your intellectual tendencies, to approach her in that light. She needs drama within the framework of the home, and she wants this from you. It will take some effort on your part, but if she feels that you spend time with her simply because you want to be with her, this will go a long way in solving your difficulties. And if you cannot do this honestly, then your difficulties are more serious than you realize. The effort will be more than worth your while, but the effort must be an honest one, or she will sense the hypocrisy. Do you have any questions, Philip? No, not specifically. Seth said, I realize you feel as if you are in a vicious circle. In many cases, however, you do not ask, but have a tendency to commend her, not in words so much as in attitude. She does not feel truly desirable. You can do much to change this. in your relationship is as important to you as I believe it is, then you will make the effort. The simple fact is that you do need her, and you have not communicated this. Obviously, there are reasons for her behavior, and the changes also that she can and should make. But I am speaking to you and not to her. There seems to be someone 3 houses away, a woman with whom your wife could make friendly and profitable contact. Either the woman is younger or seems so. The adjustments necessary are not all on your part, but your adjustments can initiate hers. These remarks, Joseph, do not have to go in the record. All right. Now, several hours devoted on occasion to intimate relationships of sexual nature would be advantageous, simply because of the implied suggestion that you were not only willing but anxious to devote yourself to her. The energy that you have could be focused momentarily into a physical acknowledgement that would have strong psychic overtones for both of you. The physical relationship then would indeed open psychic channels, where understanding becomes intuitional. This would be to both of your benefits, and she would understand what you so poorly put into words. You are concerned, and have made efforts, but you are better equipped simply because of your personality structure to make these efforts. She is at this point like a child in the woods, but the potentialities are there for an extant relationship.